Some of you might have heard I went through open heart surgery this past summer. Did I mention how rough it was? So rough, I actually missed a couple of days of work. Okay, maybe more than a couple. But did I also tell you how much in denial I was? How this couldn't be happening to me? That I certainly didn't do anything to deserve this. But I did. I ate all the wrong foods, did all the wrong things. I ignored all the warnings. Now, I'm not saying it was all me, heaven forbid, but I am saying, tough as it is, even now to admit, it was mostly me. Denial is deadly, so forgive me when I see the same reaction in President Obama, not over a physical crisis, but a personal crisis. This election. His candidate lost, and he cannot fathom why. But methinks he doesn't have the heart to admit he might be the reason why. In fact, he's in denial. To this day, he is convinced it's not anything he did, it is anything and everything else. Mr. President, take it from someone who had his chest ripped out. It is time you figured this out. Fox News didn't create this populist wave. Your policies did. It wasn't us playing in bars that doomed you, but so many maybe going to those bars because of you. You said that this election was about your agenda before Americans voted, but seemed to forget that after they voted. You said maybe Hillary Clinton didn't work hard enough, but maybe your policies she was selling weren't convincing enough. You said it was her ground game, or maybe it was continuing your record for which voters weren't game. You said Americans loved your health care plan. They didn't. You said they could accept some surprises with it. They wouldn't. You said anger wouldn't win, but it did. And you were the reason they were angry. You were the reason they were anxious. Boasting more government when maybe voters wanted less government. More bailouts when maybe voters wanted fewer bailouts. More time spent coddling illegal immigrants than worrying about legal citizens. You were so secure in your job, but could never figure out why so many were nervous about their jobs. Always bragging about numbers you could recite, but seemed amazed Americans didn't feel. Insisting we were off to the races when in reality we were barely off the mat. Fox News didn't win an election, Mr. President. You lost it. Yet it's still lost on you. 8 years into a job for which you have as yet to concede a single mistake. Still blaming a Congress that always stopped you, a news network you said was always gunning for you, and outside events you said had nothing to do with you. You went after the rich and seemed stunned when everyone else revolted. All but called the other side racist, yet failed to see the writing on the wall that was pretty black and white. Just like you failed to see that voters didn't have a problem with the color of your skin, maybe, sir, just the thickness of it. Just like you failed to see Americans weren't chauvinists rejecting a woman for president, maybe just this woman for president. Just like you failed to see giving her 4 years was like giving you 4 more years, and voters really didn't want to do that. Now, none of this means you weren't a consequential president, just one who failed to see the consequences of his actions as president. The buck stopped with you, not some guys in a bar watching Fox reporting on you. It is one thing to show no drama, but quite another to show no heart. Take it from someone who learned the hard way the consequences of his actions. Sometimes the toughest part is looking in the mirror, and the only guy looking back is you.